Hello and welcome. Our today's topic is CCTV of AWS S3 bucket, known as server access log. If you are storing your private data inside S3 bucket, you have to find out that who is accessing your data, from where they are accessing this data. You can track all the activity related to your bucket object using S3 server access log. So, let's understand this use case and practically as well. So here, I'm going to start with the introduction. Server access login in S3 provides detailed record for the request made to your S3 bucket. This feature can helpful for security and access audit, tracking request pattern, and analyze usage statistics. See, basically when we are learning this kind of topic, we have just one thing in our mind, that we are actually enabling access log because to provide security and access audits. But no, there are many use cases of this particular process as well. See, we are enabling this server access login for tracking the request pattern, how users are accessing our objects. We are also use this data to analyze usage statistics. We can find out that, okay, 10,000 people accessed my videos, or 1 lakh people downloaded this particular PDF. So this will be helpful to get data to analyze the user statistics, and then I can plan next videos or next PDF according to this particular data. So there are many use cases to have log files for your S3 bucket. Now, key features. Log request. Log every access request made to your bucket, no matter from where user are accessing this bucket. If your user is accessing this bucket from AWS Management Console or AWS SDK or through the command line, whatever the request you will get for your bucket objects, everything will be logged. Now you may have a question that, okay, but which kind of log information we will get from this? We will get detail about request type made. We will find out which resource accessed by the user. We will find out who is requester. We can find out the IP address of the requester, time of request, and response status. Sometimes it is your successful response or unsuccessful response. You will get all the details about each and every object you have inside this specific bucket. Now, from where you are going to get all this detail? So when you enable server access login, you have to provide bucket name. It can be your own, it can be the bucket itself, or you can also specify another bucket in which AWS S3 will store all this log information. So what I am doing, I am going to enable this right now. Then we will go for the step number 3 and 4. So let's go to this particular S3 console. Now here I am going to create bucket. Let's say that my data private. Okay. So this is like I have one bucket and I want to store all my private data. Now by default, when you create any bucket, okay, there is a name problem. Let's say that 01. Now when you create any new bucket, you don't have server access log enabled by default. So if you go to this particular bucket and when you go to the properties, here, see, server access logging is actually disabled. Now, you need to click on edit. It is going to ask you to enable this. Yes. Now here you have to specify destination bucket. You can also specify the same bucket, but it is not good. There will be the problem with the charges. So what you can do, you can go to the browse and then you can choose another bucket. Let's say that in our case, I am choosing the secret data 01. Okay. So all the logs will be stored in this particular bucket. Here you can also define log object key format. So you can define the year, date, you can also define the source account name and all these details. So it is like up to you. Here I'm just going to click on save changes. So now, whenever somebody will access any object from my data private 01, all this will be logged and it will be available in this particular bucket. Here you will get text file that you can download and you can verify this as well. Okay. Now, the matter here is, my question is, like, okay, I just enable this, but when I will get this log delivery? So here we have this typical time frame. In the most cases, you expect logs to appear in the target bucket within 2 to 4 hours after event occur. So let's say that if I'm going to access any object inside this particular bucket, my data private 01, although I don't have any object, but if I have any object and if I'm going to access this, okay, it will be logged over here in this bucket after almost 2 to 4 hours. Keep this in mind that the time to deliver logs is not guaranteed to be real time. It is not like as soon as you will access this and you will get it. It is kind of batch file. S3 delivers the logs in batches, so you might receive multiple logs files within a short period depending on the volume of the request to your bucket. Again, if the request is very high, it will take time, but it is not real time. After 1 or 2 hours, you will get all the logs of past 2 hours. Okay, so this is the most important part. Now, whenever I am actually adding new topic, I am always considering that are you going to get question in the exam or not. So point number 4 is the most important part here, because here I just added this because if you look at the previous exam question, you will find out question related to the point number 4. So let's understand this as well. Sorry, I know that you want to watch full video, but full video is now not available on YouTube. If you want to watch full video, I want you to go to our website. When you will go to our website, you will find out our course 100 Days YouTube Challenge. I want you to enroll for this course by paying only 499 rupees for lifetime if you are from India. If you are from outside of India, you just need to pay $7 US. Once you will enroll to this course, you are going to get all full videos over there on our portal. You are also going to get certificate after completing the course, and we have just uploaded 120 videos. We are going to upload another 120 videos as well. So there will be total 240 videos. I hope we are going to meet inside the class. Thank you very much.